Okay, so we're going to go Cloakies this time, and I'm just going to play as standard as possible, and ignore the last few games I've had today. So, Cloaky Factory, and out of that factory I'm going to make 5 Glaives, 1 Constructor, 5 Ronin, and then another 5 Ronin. Potentially, depending on what happens over here, another Constructor or so. I'm going to zoom out a little bit as well. My aim is going to be to get somewhat like this. That's the territory I want to nominally hold, but I want to be raiding, of course. So factory, control 1 onto hotkey 1, 5 Glaives, shift click for 5, 1 Conjurer, and then 2 shift clicks for 5, and then another 5 Ronin. I'm going to set the factory waypoint about halfway to where I want to secure to begin with. In my base, I'm going to put a radar there, as it turns out, and I'm going to put the Lotus as well. Send these Glaives. So this is both to see what the enemy are doing, but also like, posturing for position. So I stopped looking, my Glaives got baited into a fight, which means that I need to change from these Ronin because they will get badly hurt. So I'm going to produce another 5 Glaives, pull the point back halfway between where they are up to. I'm going to be using my commander for a little bit of assistance, and the constructor bot is there to both repair my commander but also to deny a little bit of radar because I'm not exactly sure where their radar range may yet be. And now I've secured a little bit of reclaim from their units, which I'll be able to use to produce more Glaives. And now I know that their blitz, so their heavier units backed off. Rebuild this. Send the construction to build this, and then to assist the factory. Got my Glaives again, and I'm producing a Reaver, which is a riot unit, so that will counter all of the cheap, weaker units that they're trying to send at me. To see if I can catch that flea. There's no easy way to be sure. Sending the commander forwards. Putting in a reclaim order. And then I want to put down another Lotus for defense. I've got the Reaver out. Now I feel confident to produce 5 of my Ronin, and I'm going to equip a Conjurer, so a Constructor, and then another 5 Ronin. Okay, so now let's come back from the factory now. Send in the Glaive that's back from chasing the flea to attack that Glaive. I'm going to change the direction because he who runs away is stronger. There we go. And now we can just see how effective the Reaver is there. I'm going to put my Lotus down. And then I'm going to build a picket. Just move the Reaver forwards to kill these. Sadly, I did manage to lose the Lotus in all that, but it's no matter. I will just build it again, moving up my reinforcement point and bringing up these Ronin. And you see how many I've managed to produce while just sitting by, waiting for the enemy to progress. I'm going to terraform a very small, shallow gap there, just because I'm building it very close to enemy ranges, which will just keep it protected a little bit. Make sure I'm out of range of that turret before I start building it. I'm now going to bring up my Ronin. I'm going to produce a Gremlin, so a bit of anti-air. That's not really going to do much against enemy air units, but it is going to mean that they've got really good line of sight air units because they have to see things that are further away. Okay, so my range advantage. I'm just going to build a caretaker which will allow me to safely reclaim a lot of this metal. And I'm going to queue up another 10 Ronin and 2 more Conjurers. I'm going to sell my Conjurer back here to build a caretaker and then assist the factory again just to up my production because I'm now at plus 15, which means I can spend a caretaker and a Conjurer's worth of metal. And when I'm reclaiming it's much, much, much more. I'm going to build a heavy laser tower, so a Stinger. I'm going to use the caretaker to assist that, just so I can ensure that it is produced at a quick pace. I'm going to and also the Conjurers that are on the front line are going to help build the Stinger as well. Let my team know that there is a con there that is definitely exploitable. I'm going to start advancing my Ronin again. And this Conjurer is now going to build some solars around that metal extractor. There we go, managed to kill the constructor there. To put my commander's construction on to high priority. Oh, sniper. Wasn't paying attention. Was not paying attention, so I need to build a very quick storage. And now I need to get units reclaimed very, very, very quickly. Just lost a lot of units there. I'm going to produce 10 glaives, so that will just get the immediate danger out of the way, keep my stuff safe while these Conjurers come in. They're reclaiming, so they're going to give me a lot of income, which I want to make sure I spend on securing this position as quickly as possible. I'm going to produce an R5 Ronin. I'm also going to produce 2 Reavers, because they've started to send in things like Pyros. Selecting these units. Now I've been very focused on this small area, and it's a good thing that my team have been very good and pushed up and they've taken this area, so I don't need to worry about units trying to come around. But now I'm going to try and look a bit more bigger picture because the enemy's dedicating to defense. They're not trying to attack me anymore. So now I've got a bit more room to push the advantage on other fronts. Yeah, Sniper just opened fire at me a bit there, so I'm going to see if I get lucky enough and I can decloak him. No. Just pull them back. And now I'm actually excessing metal, which means I've got more coming in than I am actually able to spend. I'm going to start putting some of that back into producing more energy, which will produce more metal in return as well. So I'm going to split over those units because they're getting attacked by artillery. And to have another 2 constructors coming out. Now yes, I've got a lot of constructors, but these constructors are giving me plus 12 metal every second. They've paid for themselves many, many, many times over. We've got some pyros going in there, so I'm going to send them to assist. This commander, he's already taken care of that. I'm going to put them in front as a deterrent. So going to start pushing my Ronin forwards I'm going to use an attack command, so that's when you do A and then right click, and they will just automatically kite units and try and stay out of range as much as they can. I'm going to start building caretakers again on the front line. I'm now going to produce 1 sniper and 5 knights. These are idle constructors, which you can see from that option there, and get them onto the front area as well. So I lost a lot of the units that were trying to build the caretakers, which is a shame. I'm going to sort that out just by rebuilding some more constructors again. As well, see from the rank of units just to see their value. So just building this one here, you don't have to build lots of defences, just building the odd one. It's just basically saying if the enemy come in to this area. Oh dear, that's a bit of an unfortunate. A few unit choices from our allies. So I'm going to produce 5 knights, which basically the reason I'm producing those is because when they start sending these heavy units, knights don't mind so much. Like these heavy units don't care about that Stinger at all. There you go. Stinger unfortunately had its day now. There you go, see my units. Allies using some hit and runs to get them to pull back. Got the sniper, which just means sniper still doesn't do much damage, but it does enough damage that it's significant, and it means that the longer they stay in range of that sniper, the worse it gets for them. And again, snipers will automatically kite back. They have this option here, so fire at radar state. So if it's blank, so like it is now, it means that they'll only shoot if they have a clear shot guaranteed to hit on an enemy. If you have it as green, they will shoot at radar blips. So for example, they would shoot at DG. Which are not necessarily an accurate representation of where that unit actually is. So, some kind of jammer going on there. Nice now. So, just see if I can get the caretaker in, which would just give me more persistent and more powerful reclaim. I'm going to turn on auto assist and build a conjurer, which will mean that this conjurer comes out or then automatically assist the factory in producing more units. And then I'm going to produce an iris and 2 reavers and then another 2 constructors. And I'm going to turn off auto assist now that one of the constructors is completed and come out. I've got 5 knights here. And so essentially all I've really done this game is I've decided that this is my area. I'm going to deny it to the enemy as much as possible. I've gotten a lot of value out of it just from reclaiming. So that's actually bits of, I think, my commander there. And this is what the iris is for, is to stop these pot shots at me, or to just severely reduce the accuracy even more. Going to produce another set of constructors out to keep my economy going strong. Keep the iris moving forwards. So the knights have just enough strength to stand up to a bit more bullying, not infinite amounts of course, but enough in a lot of cases. I'm going to produce some Ronin because they're cheap, they come out quickly, and they do quite high damage to slower moving assault units. So I want to get those out very quickly. And I want to make sure that this iris is on... How do I select the move state? Put it on the hold position so that it doesn't try and walk, just because it's currently not in places that I would like it to be in. And so, another thing I need to do as well, of course, is move my reinforcement point forwards. Got a lot of these conjurers here. And all this metal that I'm accessing, I'm not currently spending it, but someone on my team is. I can guarantee that. There we go. That's enough to win the game. Mostly because we've just had a bit more territory, so it's an attrition. I still think that was a bit of an early resign, though. There we go, reclaimed 3,000 metal. So